Kamaru? You seem anxious. What's going on?
I just can't do this anymore. The same argument about the new strategy campaign has been discussed non-stop, and it's having impact on everything. My energy, my time, and I have chosen to step down.
No, please refrain from doing that. You are important for this team. We can solve any problems and we can still discuss it out. There has to be a way without losing you. I know it's not.
It's too late for that. I think I respect what you're saying, but it's my duty to make. It's everything, not just argument. I've been trying for a month and get through it, but can't keep going for that. I'm exhausted.
Is there really nothing we can do? Perhaps we just need a little vacation. We can get you some support and speak with HR. Kamaru, you have contributed so much for this team. We cannot afford to lose you at this point because the team looks up to you. Yes, Kamaru, I understand, but I want you to know how much you mean to me and for this team. Even though it is difficult to think of moving on without you, I respect your decision, but if this is what you want, then maybe I'll just let you go.
I'm grateful. That has great significance, and all I wish was a different outcome.
What's your approach to the campaign? I want to follow up since you took so long.
I'm having trouble, honestly. When I took this position, I believed that I could handle it. But when with the team ongoing debacle, disagreement with this campaign scores, it honestly hampered my advancement. There's a ton of opposing viewpoints and ideas, and I'm concerned that I cannot meet everyone's expectation.
I understand that. It is not easy, but framing it as a open brainstorming session rather than everything might promote more candid communication. And we could establish specific goals for the meeting and concentrate on reaching consensus rather than advancing personal agendas.
That might work. There may be less conflict if we approach it as a group level rather than a point of contention. However, I'm still concerned about my ability to support my colleagues. What if things don't work out? What if it's only going to make the arguments worse?
That's right. All of this doesn't have to be done by you and me. Let's decide on a time and create an agenda for the meeting. We will frame it as a chance to reorganize and concentrate on our campaign objectives. So we can promote creativity and teamwork, which might inspire everyone to make a constructive contribution.
Alright, that seems like a plan. I'll put together a draft agenda. We can review it together before I send it out to the team.
Exactly. That makes me very happy to hear it.
We have to move on from this. Kamaru needs to be replaced permanently and you need assistance. If you don't take action right away, the current state of affairs is unsustainable and the campaign as a whole is in danger.
I agree. I will submit the application to the HR for the position of the senior marketing strategist, and then maybe someone who can unite the team and bring in new ideas is what we need. We need someone with the appropriate experience and interpersonal skills. We cannot just hire somebody that doesn't have any knowledge about this.
Of course, our deadlines are getting out of hand. We put more and more pressure to agree.
It will be beneficial to specify our exact requirements for this new employee. In addition to having a strong leadership presence, the candidate must have a marketing expertise, and they ought to be able to interact with the other group and comprehend the dynamics needs. If not, we run the danger of appointing someone who is incapable of resolving the problem that have already been mentioned.
Yes, I also think that later on I'll make a list of a particular knowledge and expertise that we require. I believe that with effective communication, flexibility, and maybe some conflict resolution that should be prioritized. There are necessary attributes, particularly in light of the team's current situation.
We also shouldn't undervalue the inventiveness. Someone who can provide new insight and creative ideas is what we need. They ought to motivate the group and assist in rekindling the enthusiasm that has been lacking since Kamaro left.
Indeed. So let's think about how we advertise this position to possible applicants as well. It should be obvious that we are searching for someone who is prepared to roll up the sleeves and get to work, as well as someone who wants to work in a collaborative team environment.
I think I am able to create a job description that emphasizes those aspects that you mentioned that before we posted it. I will send it around for your comments and also.
I'm grateful, Sarah. We seem to be headed in the right direction. I also propose that this time we carry out a comprehensive interviewing procedure. To make sure team members are well heard and appreciated during the hiring process, we should include them in the last round of interview. We may be able to determine how well the application will match with the current dynamic and with their assistant.
It's a really good idea, guys.
Okay, I will get back to the HR as soon as possible. By the end of the week, let's try to post the job so that we can begin evaluating some applicants.
I will get to the creative team and make sure they're ready.
Perfect. Let's maintain the current momentum. So together we can identify the most appropriate strategies to guide us forward, because we are all in this together.
Woo!
Alright, thank you so much everyone for making time for these interviews. We know that the team has been through a lot since our senior marketing strategist left, and today is very critical. We are looking for someone who not only brings strong marketing expertise but also has the ability to manage the team's dynamic. We need a leader who can bring fresh energy, resolve conflicts, and also to move us forward.
Right. It's been difficult since our senior marketing strategist resigned and our junior marketing strategist is struggling. So we are looking for someone who can help get this campaign back on track and unify the team. So the candidates need to have a good grasp of both the creative and strategic sides of marketing. But just as importantly, they need to be strong communicators.
Welcome, Chris. Thank you for coming in today. We have reviewed your resume and portfolio, and it's clear you have strong experience in marketing strategy. Could you start by telling us a little more about your experience leading in a team, and particularly on how you have managed the team conflict and challenges in the past?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. In my previous role, I lead a marketing team of 5 people at mid-sized tech company. One of my biggest challenges we faced was the constant tension between a creative and strategic teams. Sound familiar? My approach has always been to foster open communication, encourage collaboration, and ensure that everyone feels heard. I had regular one-on-one to check in individual progress and concerns, and we also have weekly meeting where we discuss any roadblocks.
Interesting. And how effective were those strategies in the long term? Like, did you see a real change in the team dynamics?
Yes, it took time, but eventually the team started working together more cohesively. By giving everyone a voice and ensuring that decisions were made transparently, we were able to align better. That's allowed us to hit our deadlines and improve the quality of our campaign. But I will admit it wasn't always smooth sailing.
Okay, so Chris, I want to ask, what about the creative process? Marketing isn't just about the numbers and also the deadlines. Sometimes it's also about the vision. How do you balance managing a team with nurturing creativity? Sometimes, as I'm sure you know, those two doesn't always align perfectly.
That's a great point. In my experience, the key is to create an environment where creativity and thrive but within certain boundaries. I always set a clear expectation up from the regarding deadlines and campaign goals. But I also give the creative teams the freedom to explore new ideas. I think you get the best work when people feel empowered to take risks. But as a leader, you have to keep on eyes the bigger picture to make sure everything stay on track.
All right, thank you, Chris. Your experience is impressive, and we appreciate your insight. Right? Okay. We'll be in touch after the interview process, maybe. Hi, welcome, Jannah, and thank you for being here today. Let's jump right in. Could you tell about a time when you have to navigate a difficult conflict within your team? How did you handle it, and what was the outcome?
Sure. In my previous role at a large retail brand, I managed a marketing team that was divided in on a new campaign strategy. Half of the team wanted to push a traditional approach that had worked in the past, while the other half was pushing for a more innovative digital first strategy. The tension was palpable and deadlines were looming.
That sounds like a tough situation. How did you bring the two sides together?
It was tough, but I believe in data driven decision making. I gathered data to support both approaches and called a meeting where we laid everything out on the table. I encouraged both sides to present their arguments backed by data and had the team discuss the pros and cons openly. In the end, we decided on a hybrid approach that combined elements of both strategies, and it worked. We managed to launch the campaign on time and it exceeded our targets by 15%.
Data is important, of course, but how did you ensure that the creative side of things wasn't stifled by the numbers?
Hmm. I made sure the creative team had room to experiment. Once we agreed on the overall direction, I let them run with it. We set up mini deadlines for creative reviews to ensure we stayed on track, but I gave them the freedom to iterate and try new things within the framework we had agreed upon. I think that's where balance comes in, structure with room for creativity.
It sounds like you are more comfortable with ambiguity and conflict. But what about team morale? Conflict is inevitable, but it can take a toll. How do you ensure that the team remain engaged and motivated during the challenges time?
Absolutely. Team morale is everything. I made it a point to check in with my team regularly, not just about work, but about how they're feeling. I also made sure to celebrate wins, even small ones, along the way. I believe that recognition and appreciation go a long way in maintaining motivation, even though the going gets tough. During that campaign, I made it a point to highlight the creative breakthroughs that we were achieving, and I gave credit where credit is due.
That's a great approach. So, thank you, Jana. We'll be in touch soon.
feels like we are stuck in a loop.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing. I mean, they are all competent enough, sure. But there was nothing special about any of them, you know. None of them seem to get really our team. There's something about our culture that all of them didn't just resonate. It's like we are trying to fit square pages into round holes.
I hear you. But we don't have the luxury of endless deliberation. We need to make a decision and we need to do it fast. The project is at risk and we keep delaying them. You know, Azlin is overwhelmed and the creative team is floundering without proper leadership. Deadlines are slipping. The board is watching closely and we can't afford to let this drag on.
Yes, you are right. But I know we need to act quickly, but I also don't want to make a decision out of desperation. And the wrong hire could end up setting us back even further. We need someone who can come in and not only getting things done, but also unite the team. Right now, morale is at an all-time low, and if we bring in the wrong person, things could get even worse.
That's the problem. We are not just hiring for a technical role. We are hiring for leadership. We need someone who can really understand how to work with people, who can handle the creative side of things, while also being able to bridge the gaps between the different personalities on the team. You know, the candidates that we saw today, all of them had solid credentials, but I think they just didn't get sense any of them could really step in and also inspire the group.
Okay, look, I agree that we need something or someone special, but we also can't afford to overthink this. There's no perfect candidate, and sometimes leadership grows on the job. Okay, so what we need is someone who has a potential to rise the occasion, even if they don't have all the answers right away. But we can't keep pushing this decision off. We have start to moving forward, and sometimes that means taking a little break of risk.
Okay, true, but it is a big risk. We need to be strategic. Maybe we are looking in the wrong places. Should we be considering candidates from other industries? Maybe someone with a fresh perspective who hasn't been in marketing before but has strong leadership and problem-solving skills. Or should we invest more in our current team and promote someone from within who already knows the culture?
I think that's an interesting idea. Maybe we have been focused on finding someone who checks all the marketing boxes when what we really need is someone who can lead. I think there's a merit in looking at leadership first and technical expertise second. But do we have time to invest in someone from outside the industry? You know, there's definitely a learning curve there.
That's true. Bringing someone in front of another industry could shake things up in a good way, but it's a gamble actually, especially given how fast we need to move. And however, promoting from within comes with own set of risks. You know, we're asking someone to step up in the middle of the crisis. Can they handle that pressure? I mean, will the team respect them in that new role? And will it just create more friction?
Alright, okay. This is what I think. We cannot rush this decision, but we also cannot sit it any longer. Let's pick our focus, Muiza. Can you continue widening the search, looking for candidates from other industries as well as within marketing? And at the same time, let's have a serious conversation with our internal team. Let's see if anyone would be willing and capable of stepping up. And that way, we are exploring all of our options, but we are not putting all of our eggs in one basket.
That makes sense, but I will reach out to your recruiting partner and broaden the criteria. But we need to be realistic about how long that will take. You know, in the meantime, I will also have a discussion with the internal candidates and gauge their interest and also readiness.
It's not perfect. I think it is a plan. We are moving forward, but we are not making any hasty decision. It gives us time to find the right person, while also exploring whether someone from within might be able to step up. We can at least buy ourselves some breathing room, you know.
Exactly. We'll see what our team has to offer, and if we are still not satisfied, we will keep looking. But we have to start moving forward. We cannot afford to stand still any longer. Okay, so this is it. We have a clear task, a well thought out plan, and the necessary numbers. So the board must realize that this is now about more than just a hiring dispute. It's about the team's future as a whole and the project success. We cannot afford to wait any longer.
Okay, we have all the evidence we need to support our positions. I've broken down the actual effect of the hiring delays into 3 categories: missed deadline, decreased productivity, and also the team pressure. So they must realize that each day that passes brings us one step closer to losing their campaign and all of it. So the mood is declining, and today we require their complete support.
I concur. So rules in a precarious situation it is not 2 weeks from now or even a month from now that we require leadership. All we are asking is for the means and the support to carry out all of this. And our purpose here is to facilitate this action.
So let's get this done, okay?
Alright.